Yeah, so good evening, all of you. Akash and Lakshman and Sarath, please. Is it inaudible? Audio, video, is everything is clear?
Good
Please.
evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. Yeah. Yeah. So today, we are going to be discussing about AWS. Today our focus is today. Our focus is AWS. Today our focus is AWS. So before starting the session, okay. So in yesterday we understood very clearly what is DevOps. Today we're going to be discussing about what is AWS and what is the relation between AWS versus DevOps that we are going to be discussing for today. This is an exactly our agenda for today's session, guys, please. But before starting the session, so let us understand what we have discussed in the last session, guys, please. So what we have discussed in the last session, guys, please. We understood very clearly what is an application, what is a server, what is an SDLC, what is a software development lifecycle, and what is a role if you are getting into the company as a DevOps engineer, what exactly you're going to be please replacing with complex pipeline are understood very clear. So what we have understood, what is a DevOps? DevOps is a technology? No, DevOps is not a technology. DevOps is a process. DevOps is an automated process from dev environment to operations. DevOps is a process, an automated process from dev environment to operation. While we delivering working software from dev environment to operations, make sure whether we are going to be delivering working software with highest quality, shortest time with low cost, low failure rate is nothing but what exactly are DevOps transparent pipeline. So whatever the lines of code making working software, we're going to be delivering into the production environment within a shortest time with high quality with low cost is nothing but what exactly are DevOps transparent pipeline. DevOps transparent pipeline. But how exactly we are going to be implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline? So in this DevOps transparent pipeline, our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with what operation means we are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, operation. But to be frankly, we are not planning, we are not writing any coding, we are not writing any test case. Just we are going to be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline from dev environment to operations. But how exactly we can able to implement this DevOps transparent pipeline? By using these tools, like which are all the tools that we are going to be learning? Git, we are going to be learning. Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, Ansible, AWS Amazon Web Services, Docker, Kubernetes, Elastic, Logstash, Kibana, Terraform. By helping of these are all the tools, we can able to implement an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. An automated DevOps transparent pipeline. Clear? Any questions, please, up to this point, all of you? Do you have any questions, please? Do you have any questions? Up to this point, it's clear, am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
But so, yeah, please. So while implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, we required a infrastructure. Sir, what is infrastructure? Infra. What is infrastructure? For deploying our application, for implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, we required a infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Okay, before understanding what is infrastructure, let it be come to know. What is application? What is an application? Application is nothing but a website. So, application is nothing but a website. What is an application? Application is nothing but a website. The working software, which is written any programming language, we call as a website. Am I right? For maintaining this website, for deploying this website, what kind of infrastructure is required? What kind of infrastructure is required? Majorly. Majorly. What kind of infrastructure is required? Majorly. Servers are required. Networks are required. Database is required. And storage is required. And so on. These are all major infrastructure is required for deploying our applications or for maintaining our websites. But how many ways we can able to get it? How many ways to get infrastructure? How many ways to get infrastructure? So we can able to get either from physical environment or from virtual environment or from cloud. Either from physical environment, virtual environment or from cloud. Sir, what is in exactly cloud, please? What is a cloud computing? So specifically, what is a cloud computing? I'll repeat again. So for deploying our websites, what kind of infrastructure? Yes, either servers and network or storage database. We can able to get either physical environment, virtual environment, or from cloud. But which cloud? Which cloud we are gonna be? Which cloud we are gonna be? So which cloud computing? Which cloud? Yeah, AWS. We are gonna be learning AWS. But first, let us understand what is a cloud computing. So what is a cloud computing? Is please, if we can access over internet the remote place resources, if we can access over internet from a laptop, is nothing but what exactly cloud computing. Sir, before understanding what is the cloud computing, let us understand what is the server. What is a server? Server is just like your laptop. Server is just like your laptop. Which are all the components available in your laptop? The same thing we have in our data center also, but in a the huge computing power like RAM, CPU, network, we are keeping in a rack wise in a big room. We calling as a data center. What is the data center? The huge computing power keeping in a rack wise in a big room. We calling as a data center. These data centers are located in different geographical locations. These data centers are located in different geographical locations like in Hyderabad, Mumbai, Chennai, Singapore, in so many places, these data centers are located. These data centers are located. So from these data centers, if we can able to control our access over internet is nothing but what exactly the cloud computing. So let us understand with this slide what is an exactly cloud computing. What is an exactly cloud computing? And before understanding what are the data center, the use computing power keeping in a rack wise in a big room we calling as a data center. What is the data center? What is a data center? Please, anybody? Huge computing keeping in a rack wise in a big room we calling as a data center. These data centers are located in different geographical locations. From that place, if you can access the resources over internet from your laptop is nothing but what exactly cloud computing. What is the cloud computing? The remote placed resources such as servers, network, storage, databases, if you can access over internet from your laptop is nothing but what exactly cloud cloud computing. But by using cloud we can able to get a rental based infrastructure. By using cloud we can able to get a rental based infrastructure. By using cloud we are not buying anything, we're going to be getting only rental based infrastructure only. Rental based infrastructure only. Clear? Let me explain this one more time. So for deploying our applications like Flipkart or Amazon, we require a servers. Those servers either you need to buy or maintain own way, or we can able to select then use from the cloud based on usage. We are gonna be pay rent. But in these two approaches, we are always recommend for select then use, but we are not buying anything, we are not building anything. So cloud, by using cloud, we are not buying any server. We're gonna be getting only rental based infrastructure based on usage. We're gonna be pay rent. Clear. So for example, let's say for understanding purpose, let us understand with an example. You want to go to railway station by car. How many ways we can able to get a car? Two ways. Either you need to buy a new car or a rental car. Either buy a new car or a rental car. Either buy a new car or a rental car is nothing but what is nothing but what so okay, we can able to get two ways, either buy a new car or rental car, which is easy. Just for reaching a railway station, are you buying a new car, rental car? Okay, buying a car is not easy, am I right? We need to spend different amount, 15 lakhs rupees minimum. Driver is required, license is required, pollution check is required. But instead of that, just book a Walla Robo Rocket. Within 10 minutes, reach, get the car at the doorstep, reach, getting into the car, reach your railway station, whatever tariff you need to pay, not require driver license, pollution check, no need to maintain any car. Our purpose is resolved or not. The same way, just for deploying our application, what kind of infrastructure we require, we can able to get it from cloud as a rental based. Based on usage, we're gonna be paying rent, but we are not buying anything. Clear. But which cloud we're gonna be learning? AWS, Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services. AWS. AWS. By using Amazon Web Services, so more than 45 plus services we are gonna be learning. 45 plus services in AWS we are gonna be learning. But all these 45 plus services, we're dividing into the four modules. We're dividing into the four models like VPC model, EC2 model, RDS model, S3 model. The VPC is nothing but what? Network. EC2 is nothing but a server. RDS is nothing but a database. S3 is nothing but a storage. So what is a VPC? What is EC2, please? EC2 is nothing but what? Server. VPC is nothing but what? Network. RDS is nothing but a database. S3 is nothing but a storage. VPC is nothing but network. EC2 is nothing but a server. RDS is nothing but a database. S3 is nothing but a storage. Clear? Understood this. But so let us understand what is the VPC, what is EC2, what is RDS, what is S3. But before that, so what kind of infrastructure is required for deploying our application? What kind of infrastructure required? Can able to get it cloud or not? By using AWS or not? On top of this infrastructure, can we able to build our application by using DevOps and automated process or not? Tell me. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, up to this point, any questions, please? All of you. Akash, Lakshman, Sarath.
No, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Lakshmi, yeah, Lakshmi.
Lakshima.
Lakshmi. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Fine. 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 Great. So, but let us understand what is the VPC first. What is VPC? What is EC2? What is RTS? What is S3? Let us understand one by one right now. Let us start with what? VPC. Sir, what is a VPC? What is in exactly VPC? VPC is nothing but a virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. So a office kind of network. 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 Office kind of physical network. Like in your office, we have a computer circuit with internet cables are not, tell me yes or no. Yes, the same kind of private network, if we can able to access our internet in a virtual form, is nothing but what exactly VPC. Let me repeat again, please. So, how exactly your office kind of private network, if we can able to access our internet in virtual form, is nothing but what exactly VPC. Okay. So in AWS, anybody can able to get it. You and me, anybody can able to get. How exactly you can able to get Gmail and log in Facebook account and log in the same way here also. We can create AWS account over internet. Once if it is create AWS account and we can able to logged in. Once if it is logged in, you can able to create your VPC network, your EPC network. So this is your virtual private network. For each and every account, for each and everybody, it's gonna be creating our own private network. So this is your private network. This is my private network. This is my friend's private network. And once if it is successfully create a network, once if it is successfully create a network, on top of we can able to create a resources like EC2 resource, RDS resource, whatever may be. A virtual private cloud, your private section of AWS, where you can place resources and who can allow, who can't be allowed, we're gonna be writing a rules and regulations. Yeah, let us understand what is EC2. Let us understand what is EC2. What is EC2, please? So the computing power like RAM, CPU, the computing power, if we can access our internet in elastic form is nothing but what EC2. What is EC2, please? The elastic compute cloud by helping of EC2, by using EC2, we can able to get a server. We can able to create a server. Server is just like a laptop. Which are all the components available? Which are all the components available in your laptop like CPU, operating system, hard disk, firewall, RAM, network card, which are all the components available in your laptop. The same component we are going to be using in our server. But your laptop is just for home purpose, but the server for deploying our applications. Server is deploying for our applications. Clear. For
Yeah.
example, let's say, please. Yeah. Yeah. For example, let's say, if you want to deploy Netflix kind of application, for example, let's say, a book my kind of applications. So what are the first thing which we need to do, please? First, we need to create a network. On top of the network, we can able to create a server. We can able to create a server by using EC2. We can able to create a server. So once if it is create a server, on top of the server, we are placing Netflix kind of applications. Once if it is placed Netflix kind of applications, and we can access our internet as a website like this. But where exactly we can able to place our customer information, login information, where exactly where we can able to place Netflix kind of applications. our customer information, login information. So we can able to store in database by using relational database services RDS. We can able to get a MySQL, Oracle kind of databases. On top of RDS, we can able to maintain our customer information in a tabular format. Tabular format. But once if it is maintained tabular format, it's okay. But sir, why we are using Netflix? What is the major agenda? Why we are using Netflix? Browsing movies, web series, live streams, movies, whatever may. If it is a Blu-ray print, a larger video file like 6 GB, 10 GB of file, can able to inserting into the RTS, it is really possible. Is it really possible? Clear? Can able to insert? No. That is the reason we are going to be using S3, simple storage services. By using S3, simple storage services, by using simple storage services, S3, we can able to upload or download any kind of file over internet. Any kind of file over internet. It is just like our Google Drive. How we are using Google Drive, the same way we can able to use our S3 bucket. Okay. The best example for S3 bucket itself, this PPT presentation. This PPT presentation. This PPT presentation. What we are doing. What we are doing. Okay. So whatever we have explanation in by using this PPT is also presenting from Google Drive. The same way we can able to handle files in RS3 bucket. We can upload, download anything, either PDF or image, PPT, doc, Excel, whatever may be, MP3 video or audio, anything. Any file we can handle over internet by using S3 bucket. So whatever infrastructure is required, whatever infrastructure we required, either network or server, a database or storage, whatever infrastructure we require, can we able to get it from cloud or not, AWS cloud or not? On top of this AWS infrastructure, can able to place our website or not placed? Please tell me, application Flipkart or Amazon book measure. While placing, so we can able to implement an automated DevOps transparent pipeline by helping of these are all the tools type. By helping of these are all the tool stack. Which are all the tool stack? These are all the tool stack. Clear? So this is an exactly our entire course flow. Okay. So up to this point, any questions, please? Any questions? Akash? Sir. Sir. Clear. Clear. Lakshmi.
No, sir.
Okay, Lakshmi. Yeah. I can call Lakshmi, okay? Please.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So So this is what exactly we are understood very clearly. So, but we are understood DevOps very clearly. Okay. We are understood which are all the tools we are using for implementing. Okay. We're going to be learning in depth. We're going to be learning in depth each and every tool. So we're dividing into the modules. For example, Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, CI/CD. So this entire module we call it calling as a CI/CD module. So this entire module we're gonna be discussing about more than a 1 month. By end we'll do one project. Likewise, configuration management Ansible. So we are gonna be discussing very depth. We're gonna be writing the playbooks. I'm explaining how to write a playbook, how to deploy our application by writing a playbook, and we did deep discussion by and when do one project. The same way Docker and Kubernetes we're gonna be spending more than 25 classes of 1 month. And we're gonna be do one project and with help of monitoring tools and Terraform also. Okay, so we are implementing the majorly 2, 3, 4 major projects also we're gonna be implementing in this course duration itself. Okay, the same way, so while implementing, okay, whatever infrastructure we can able to require, we are gonna be getting from cloud by using AWS cloud. Not only getting infrastructure, we're gonna be learning AWS and AWS administration. The complete AWS course we are gonna be learning. Got it very clearly. Okay. So, but if you want to start with, so first we should understand how to create AWS account first. So if you do anything, we require infrastructure by using laptop. Okay, we're not doing anything. So laptop is just for getting into the cloud environment only. So whatever implementation, whatever practice that we are gonna be do it on AWS account, but not in your laptop. Just the laptop is just for getting into the cloud. That is only purpose we are using laptop. Okay. But whatever we're doing, everything on the AWS cloud. Create AWS account first and log in. And then how to create a AWS server and log in. And then how to use AWS server that we're going to be discussing by tomorrow class, not for today. Better, we're going to be discussing by tomorrow class. Better. Okay, so then we are going to be start tomorrow onwards our practical classes. Slowly we are migrating into the AWS. Complete AWS we are going to be discussing. Underlying we are going to be discussing Linux basics also. Then after AWS, we're going to be start DevOps. Starts with AWS, ends with what? DevOps, with along with projects also. With along with so real-time projects also. This is an exactly our flow. Tomorrow we starts with what? AWS on creating server, how to use the server. That we are going to be an experience by tomorrow class. So I'm stopping this class at this moment. Enough for today. So any questions, you can interact with us each other. Please, we can any questions you can ask me. Any question, any type of questions. Okay, we are going to be taking help of AI also. Okay, we're discussing about DevOps with AWS, of course. But we are using, so ChatGPT, AI related, how we can prompt. Okay, so that is also included in this course. Okay, fine. Akash, Lakshmi, Sarath.
Sir, actually, in the prerequisite, it was mentioned that we require Windows 10 Pro. Is it mandatory?
Any Windows, but less than Windows 10, not very problem. Like Windows 7, maybe some more.
Windows 11 is fine, no?
Fine, fine, but don't be less than Windows 10.
Okay.
So that is a minimum criteria. What I'm discussing. That is a minimum criteria, but should not be less than that either. Computing or operating system.
Okay.
It is a minimum. I'm saying minimum Windows 10 Pro, 4 GB RAM, i3. But if it is
Okay.
more than this, also very good.
Okay.
But should not be less than this. Yeah. Okay. So why? Because so if you go for Windows 8 or 11, 7, so we can work, but what the problem? We're installing Visual Studio Code, we're installing some MySQL Workbench. Sometimes we're installing Vagrant, we're installing VirtualBox. But that case, that time we need to additional work around some package. So we need to externally we need to download install. That is very hectic.
Okay.
Okay, that's what if you go for Windows 10 Pro more than this, it's a very good. Smoothly we can go for it. Concentration DevOps AWS instead of patching work of your operating system. That's this. Okay, great. Okay, I think so. We have discussed already this last class. I don't want again for today. Getting bored, I think so. Okay, please. So anyway, we'll continue by tomorrow. So any further question, please use this number 9297 9297 Please call this number. So for admin kind of like link recording sessions, Zoom meeting, any technical issue while joining, all payments delayed, anything, what kind of any kind of administration question, please use this number. You can call or WhatsApp. Okay, great. That's it. We'll continue by tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.